This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Oh, great friends. What's happening? It is a Friday afternoon. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. We come to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Now, before we hit the first break, I said I wanted to talk about where Grande is going to be tonight because you're going to see his face plastered all over TV. And I say TV, I'm not just talking about our Channel 4 San Diego show. I'm talking about a specific game that you might be watching tonight. And presuming it's televised and presuming that you're watching, you're going to see Grande plastered all over TV. But you said, Alex, you said that Patrick Mahomes is going to go from being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL to being one of the worst quarterbacks. And you said you were going to explain that. And frankly, I think that your story sounds more interesting than mine.
Yes.
But what do you mean?
I mean this. The reason Patrick Mahomes will regress into one of the worst quarterbacks of the NFL next season is because of the move the Chiefs just made with their coaching staff. The Chiefs announced the hiring of Matt Nagy as the new quarterbacks coach for the 2022 season. Now, before everybody starts jumping on me and telling me that that's where Nagy came from, Kansas City, before he became a head coach, listen, he was not the offensive coordinator in the first year of Patrick Mahomes as a starter. That was Alex Smith. And he wasn't even the guy with the play calling duties. But if history tells us anything, and Browner will attest to this, Matt Nagy ruins quarterbacks.
I can concur.
Yeah,
I can concur. There's no positive quarterback. Matt Nagy is a great head coach, like overall. Like, he was good.
He is. He's a great head coach.
Listen,
He's great. Matt Nagy's a great head coach.
I'm going to tell you why.
Rigby, write that down.
He was great at keeping the spirits up of the team. He never lost the team. He never once lost the team. I'll always give him credit for that. The guys always played hard for him. I will never say anything opposite of that. He was a great leader in the locker room. He was terrible at offensive play calling, but that was supposed to be his thing. Like, that's what took him down. The fact that he could not bend to run the football. The fact that he could not bend to play the way that Justin Fields or Mitch Trubisky needed to play for those two young players to be successful. Like, they weren't ready for the full Kansas City playbook.
The funny thing about the NFL, Browner, you'll agree. I mean, I think you'll definitely agree here. Once you're a head coach, there's always a job for you. There's always a job.
Oh, yeah.
But nothing of his 4 years in Chicago would if I'm the leader of the Chiefs, if I'm Andy Reid, I don't want Matt Nagy talking to Patrick Mahomes about quarterbacking.
Me neither.
If I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm like, I saw what you did over there. Like, you made Mitchell Trubisky regress to go be a backup in Buffalo when he obviously had some talent. And then what'd you do with Justin Fields this year? He was awful. Andy Dalton was awful.
Well, I have a question.
Nick Foles was awful.
Did Kansas City have a quarterback coach that took off and went somewhere?
Great question.
And they were like, hey, you know what? We actually have a vacancy on our coaching staff. We need a quarterbacks coach. And then Andy Reid's like, okay, we need a quarterbacks coach. Well, I know a guy who just was a head coach that probably would love to stay in the game. It's not like everybody is clamoring for Matt Nagy to become the next great television analyst. Nobody has any interest in television in Matt Nagy.
But ironically, he might be good on television. He's a great speaker. He's energetic. He can break down plays.
Using the word great.
I know a lot of greats for a guy who destroyed one quarterback's career and got fired before he was able to even have a chance to develop a second quarterback's career. I don't know if I'd call Matt Nagy great.
It could be an upgrade when Mike Kafka was your quarterback's coach.
Mike Kafka, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Well, I do because he was in the Vikings for a year.
My whole point was this. He has great
again.
Because I'm being
real. You're putting so much praise on a guy who for the last 3 years all you've done is beat up and say what a terrible coach he is. Now today he's great. I guess he's great when he's not your coach.
Offensively, he was terrible. The Bears defense was one of the best defenses in the league his entire time as the head coach. Like,
Yes, he get credit for that.
he's got good qualities. He's gonna get another head coaching job, by the way. So
No.
buckle up, people.
I don't.
He will.
I don't think so.
He
Okay.
screams to me. He screams another guy, a guy that's just a good assistant. Like he's just
Listen.
gonna be a good assistant.
If Adam Gase can get 3 jobs, Matt Nagy can get another job.
I'm trying to think of Adam Gase. He had the job in Miami, then he had the job
for the
with the Jets.
Well, he was offensive coordinator for the Bears. So if he can get 2 jobs, this guy
Yeah,
can
but
get
that
one.
it's a guy like Adam Gase that hurts a guy like
Mhm.
Matt Nagy. It's like, okay, we saw him. He was a head coach, 4 years, 2 quarterbacks, no playoffs. I mean, how many playoff appearances do you have, Browner? 1?
2.
You know, and
0 for 2.
Yeah. So
Did you guys they made the playoffs last year? I forgot. 2 years
yeah,
ago.
I know that's
In the Nickelodeon game.
right. I forgot about it too.
Yeah.
So look, I just will Matt Nagy get another head coaching job?
And he's
in the
got a
NFL?
winning record.
I mean, maybe he might.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
Who
will.
knows?
Or
I
he won't.
mean, it would be the biggest slap in the face to the Rooney Rule if he gets another job before Bieniemy does, because Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator again. He's coming back officially to the Chiefs. So if Nagy passes Bieniemy, you just be like add it to the list of of other things that we've seen.
But I also think Bieniemy is looking for the right job. He at this point he's like, nah, I'm gonna get
I
a
don't
job
think
that
so.
suits me.
I don't think he's
I
just
don't think
getting
so.
offers, dude.
Yeah, I don't think he's looking for the right job. I think he'd take any job. I think if Eric Bieniemy this past offseason were offered the Jacksonville job, he'd have jumped on it. I mean, it's so hard to get a head coaching job in the NFL. And not only is it difficult to get, and there's a finite number of these jobs, obviously, but they pay so much money to be a head coach in the NFL. If you're making $2 million a year as the offensive coordinator of the Chiefs, and you got a chance to make $5 or $6 million as the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars or the Houston Texans,
Probably take it.
as bad as the organization is, you take that money.
And we always say, and I'm guilty of this too, we always say take the right job. But how many of these guys' egos think that they'll be the guy to turn it around? Like I can turn it around.
Like Doug Peterson. You think Doug Peterson looked at Jacksonville and went, that's the right job for me. Jacksonville is the right job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's why.
Well, or let me just ask
quarterback.
you a question. But hold on, let me ask you a question. Was it the right job or was it the only job?
Only.
I would say, in my opinion, that was the right job. Because look at the quarterback position. Zach Taylor, let's all rewind before Joe Burrow got to Cincinnati. Zach Taylor was on the verge of being fired. Now he's coaching in the Super Bowl.
Got an extension.
Like, if you get the right quarterback, everything looks swimming.
Right.
It just does.
But what I'm saying about Bieniemy is,
like, I don't know. If I was him.
Like I'm saying, I don't know him at all, but I'm thinking that if you are an offensive coordinator that gets to work with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill every single week, and you build up this like confidence that I'm a very good coach. Like I know I can do this with the Texans. Why not? Why can I not do this with the Texans? I just think like coaches are kind of wired that way.
Well, that's why a guy like Doug Peterson, he might look at the quarterback situation in Jacksonville and think, well, we've got ourselves a really good young quarterback. Trevor Lawrence was an excellent college player.
Yeah.
He started immediately as a rookie, and he played for a bad team in what has traditionally been a really bad organization. But Doug Peterson, I go down to Jacksonville. I'm confident with a great coaching staff. I can take a loser organization and I can make them a winner because I took the Philadelphia Eagles to a Super Bowl and won.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I would say this, that I don't know if it's the right job. I just know it's the job that's available at the time. Because I'll tell you that I didn't think Doug Peterson was getting that job in Jacksonville. I thought Rich Bisaccia, who'd been let go by the Raiders after his time as the interim head coach and led them to a playoff appearance, I thought Rich Bisaccia was going to get the head coaching job down in Jacksonville. And frankly, I think that Jacksonville did the right thing by going with Peterson.
Yeah.
Peterson's got a lot more experience. He was an NFL quarterback and
won the Super Bowl.
And young offensive coaches are really, that's what's going on right now in the NFL.
I head coaching jobs is very similar to good quarterbacks being drafted to bad teams. Like Kevin O'Connell may not be a better coach than Doug Peterson, but I'm willing to bet he's going to have a better record this year than Doug Peterson. Like I put a lot of money on that. And I would say that Josh McDaniels will probably have a better record than Doug Peterson. Does that make him a better coach than Doug Peterson? No. He's probably got more talent right now. So when you're like a bad quarterback, like, do I think Zach Wilson is going to be a great quarterback? No. But do I think that more because he's on the Jets? Yes. But if Zach Wilson went to New England, do I think projected higher than I think of him now? Probably.
Well, think about how we all perceive Matthew Stafford today versus the way we thought about Matthew Stafford 1 year ago from right now. A year ago, we're like, yeah, Matthew Stafford, good quarterback, lots of stats, terrible organization, never going to win anything, no playoffs, etc. And now Matthew Stafford is a Super Bowl champion, being celebrated everywhere he goes. I don't know if you guys follow Matthew Stafford's wife's Instagram page.
Nope.
But he has been everywhere,
As he should.
Yeah, he's a celebrated Super Bowl winning quarterback who has
Did
a good
anybody else
story.
fall down around him?
Anybody else fall down around him?
Yeah, any more racists fall down around him?
What does that mean?
Would you forget about the photographer story that he's got?
Oh,
yikes! Oh man,
the way he said fall down. If you would have said fall off stage, I would have gotten it immediately. But fall down, I was like, what are you talking about? And then any more racists fall down around him. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I
Anyways,
did.
Good luck, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, right on. Hey, listen, let me, before we move into something else. Yeah.
It's a good run.
Before we move on, I want to talk about where Grande will be tonight and where you can check his act out. But before I get there, let me send a shout out and some love to our people at iThriveMD. iThriveMD.com/Kaplan is the landing page that I would prefer for you to use. If you want, you can go to our website, kaplanandcrew.com, and you can click on the iThrive banner and it'll take you there. Here's the thing. I was talking to Dr. Damani early this morning, and he was telling me that they're on the verge this week of opening their new IV lounge. And I was telling Dr. Damani that I've gotten a lot of feedback from our listeners saying, hey, tell me when these IV lounges open. And what we're going to do is we're going to block like a 2-hour window of time where me and Alex and Browner will come down, we'll hang out, we'll all get intravenous vitamins, and we can all sit around and hang out and talk and BS and have a good time together. And so a lot of listeners have said to me, tell me when this is going down. Well, it's going down starting next week, and then we'll book out some time and we'll have a good time with it. But Dr. Damani was saying to me, hey, our intravenous lounge thing is going through the roof. You must be talking about it a lot. Whereas our testosterone side of our business, all of a sudden, we're not getting a lot of great friends showing up looking for testosterone. So I want to say this. I told Dr. Damani, I said, well, let me change the messaging just a little bit. Alex, you had that intravenous vitamin last week.
I did.
And it your whole body feels hydrated and you feel great because you're taking in so many vitamins in one shot. You're not taking it from your food. You're not taking it from, you're not taking hydration from drinking glasses of water. It's just one shot. It takes 30 minutes. But the testosterone side of things, guys, I'm telling you right now, and I get a lot of guys that ask me these questions. If you are, and let's just focus on this for a second. If you're not the guy you used to be in the bedroom, if you don't have the interest, if you just can't do the things you used to be able to do, it could be because you have low testosterone. Now you come to iThrive MD, you get a free testosterone test. Let's take a look at what the numbers say. And if you're feeling low energy and weak and you're not motivated, you're not sleeping well, you're starting to get sick a lot, it could be because your testosterone levels are low. When they get back to where they belong, life changes for you, man, in so many ways. And I'm just talking about in the bedroom, but that's a big factor. So ithrivemd.com/Kaplan, get your testosterone levels checked. It is a free service that they provide. And should you need testosterone, they will get you on a treatment and you will see what I know I have enjoyed and what so many other guys who listen to the show have enjoyed. And that is energy, strength, and a really strong libido. I'll say that. Yeah. ithrivemd.com/Kaplan. All right, let me tell you guys something. So Alex tonight,
Me,
you sir, you asked me to get you Bad Bunny tickets.
I did, and I have, I haven't seen any social media posts from that concert too much. So
yeah, because like last, I want to say Friday or Saturday when Justin Bieber was in town, I saw a lot of people posting Justin Bieber stuff, and I didn't even know Justin Bieber was in town.
Who's bigger, this Bunny character or Justin Bieber?
That's a great question. I think internationally it might be Bad Bunny. Internationally,
Really?
dude,
Really?
dude, you ever know? Like, I forgot this. He performed at Super Bowl halftime already
When?
with J-Lo and Shakira.
I didn't know that.
So forgettable.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, people don't go, hey, remember that halftime with J-Lo, Shakira, and Bad Bunny?
I think a
Yeah.
lot of people would, maybe not us.
Yeah.
You know, I'm new to the Bad Bunny train. I was a big hater of the new reggaeton, but I've come around. I think my lady was a top 2% listener on Spotify in 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
no, you were forced to turn, huh?
No, I did it on my own. I do like his stuff now.
So I've seen Bieber here in San Diego before. And even if somebody was said to me, hey, you want to go see Justin Bieber down at the arena? I'd probably be like, nah, I've seen him. It's cool. I'm fine. So Alex said to me the other day, Browner, he goes, hey, can you get me some Bad Bunny tickets? And I said, I'll try, but unsuccessful. You know, I used to have the total,
pool.
I had the place wired, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know, but things
I
are
thought he was
changing
at
in this town.
Petco.
Bad Bunny
No,
is
Bad
the
Bunny's
most
coming to
Bad.
Petco.
Just a side note, Bad
Yeah.
Bunny has been the most streamed artist on Spotify the past 2 years.
Wow, I would have no idea.
Yeah.
None. Tell me a Bad Bunny song I should know.
Tell you a Bad Bunny song you should know. Well, there's a song where he references Fernando Tatis.
What's he say?
I don't know what he says. It's
It ain't in English.
Espanol. Let's see. His most listened to song on Spotify right now is Dakiti, 1.3 billion streams.
My God.
His second one is La Canción with J Balvin, which is 905 million.
Jeez.
Bieber can beat that.
Yonaguni. I think he raps in like some sort of different language on that
All right,
one.
well, here's the story, though. This
Justin
has nothing
Bieber
to do
can
with
beat
Bad
those
Bunny.
numbers.
I don't know if he can. He can. I don't freaking
Give
know.
me the number one Bieber song on Spotify. It's like
All right,
maybe or something.
Bieber song on Spotify is Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No, Love Yourself.
Yeah.
1.7 billion.
Yeah. And how many was Bad Bunny?
1.3.
Okay.
Bang.
So
Told you.
right. All right. So look, here's the thing. So Alex asked me to get him Bad Bunny tickets. I fail. Okay. Alex says to me, yes. Yeah, no, it happens. Alex said to me yesterday, he goes, hey, Friday night, tonight, San Diego State is playing at home against San Jose State. And the way he said it to me was, he goes, hey, you know those front row seats that you get that are right by the San Diego State bench? He goes, do you think you could get those for me? Because there's no way you're going, which he's right. I'm not going.
Right.
He goes,
Friday, 8 p.m.
Right. And he goes, and there's no way your boy who seats there, he ain't going. And I'm like, you're right. He happens to be on a little vacay right now. So I texted him yesterday. I said, hey, using your tickets for Saturday or for Friday night, San Jose State, San Diego State? And he said, no. He said, do you want to go? Do you want my tickets? I said, I do. They're not for me. They're for Grande, big San Diego State fan, alum, Aztec for life. I said, I want them. So he emailed them to me. I emailed them to Grande. Grande, have you, sometimes with
I have
email-
accepted to them.
Okay, got it. And so tonight, I don't know if the game's on television, and if
It
it is,
is.
I don't know where. Oh, really? Where is
Of course,
San
it's
Diego-
on television. This
Who
is San
the
Diego
hell is
State,
televising
bro.
San Diego State versus San
Ugh.
Jose State?
Take a
Who
guess.
is
Do they not want people to watch?
I mean, I guess you got to fill time. I know. Is it CBS Sports
It's got to
Network?
be CBS.
It's Fox Sports 1
Mm-hmm.
with our
Fox
friend,
Sports 7.
our friend JB Long on the call.
Oh my God, poor JB Long.
What do you mean, poor
guy.
JB Long? You guys are
Poor
haters,
guy.
man.
Poor
Hey,
guy.
is he broadcasting the game from his house?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Probably not. Can you imagine JB Long like 2 weeks ago? He's calling the Super Bowl in the home stadium with the hometown team and all the excitement of the comeback and the win.
And now he gets to go to Viejas Arena in front of the show in a
Right.
packed 12,000 seat arena.
Oh, really? Let me tell you something.
Packed,
Here's what I
yeah.
want from you.
Oh, really?
Here's what I want from you, pal. You ready? On Monday, here's what I'm asking for. I want you to, one, go videotape a hello to JB Long. Two, I would love for you to videotape a hello and what's up to our Uncle Teddy. And three, can you shoot video of the show? Because by all accounts, the show has gone completely apathetic.
No show.
And right, they have become the no show.
When was the last time you guys were there?
Oh, it's been at least 2
Me?
years for me.
So you're speaking
Me?
from experience?
No experience. I'm speaking
Right.
from what
And
I've been
how many
hearing.
games have you watched this year?
0.
Oh, okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put that out there that
Yeah,
you guys
no,
are
that's
speaking
right.
from firsthand knowledge.
I'm telling you what I've heard Uncle Teddy say, that the show
How have you
has,
heard him say if you're not listening or watching?
because
You
I've
talk
been
to
in my
Uncle Teddy all
car.
the time.
No, but I've been in my car, and I've also seen stuff on social media where people are saying that the show is a no-show. So either prove us right or prove us wrong.
Maybe San Diego State's filled of non-boosted kids, man. I don't know.
I don't know either.
You got to get a booster. You have to have a booster to get in there,
Okay.
or a negative test.
Somebody need to
Or
boost
maybe-
the show.
Well, or maybe somebody needs to boost the basketball team and
You know
make
what-
it, so
you
that
know
it's
what- you know what
it's
YouTube-
super exciting.
You
What?
two right now?
What?
Freaking haters, dude.
No, not hater.
Wow.
Not
Well,
hater.
Browner, I don't know
No.
why you act surprised. You're straight up
Wow.
hater. You've
Not
always hated,
hater.
You've always hated
Wow.
San Diego State basketball.
Not a hater. Not a
They
hater.
didn't
I
like-
got a-
because they
I
didn't
got a
pay your
pers-
cousin or something to
I
play
got
there.
a personal thing with San Diego State.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have nothing but love in my heart for San Diego State. It's just that there, for some reason, San Diego State basketball has just fallen off my radar.
It's because you don't take tickets to sit front row on dates like tonight when normally you would.
All right, everybody, keep an eye out tonight. The game is being televised on Fox Sports 1. Grande will be sitting
What are you wearing?
front row.
Big ass SDSU letters on my chest.
All right, hold on, everybody. We got a lot more we want to get to with Browner, with Grande. This is Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Stay right where you are.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
It doesn't matter what your background is and where you come from. If you have dreams and you have goals, and that's all that really matters.
I owe a lot to Charlie.
When you black, it's not a movement, it's a lifestyle. This is who we are.
The Rising, proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone. We were the first. We carried the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living. Mondays at 9 on Your View.
I'm Lex Gillette, 5-time Paralympic medalist, 4-time world champion, and world record holder in the long jump for totally blind athletes. Running and jumping without your eyesight is one of the most incredible feelings out there. When I leave the ground though, to jump and soar through the air and eventually land in the sand, that is my way of defying gravity.
Big breath, get tight.
Celebrating Black history is very important, but I think that it certainly extends beyond just these 28 days. We need to get to a space where we are making this country a better space to live in. At the end of the day, it's not our eyes that ultimately determine success. It's our ability to see that vision, to develop that plan, connect with the right people, and do everything in your power to bring that vision into fruition.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval, to buy a new home, meet with the realtor. We would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and I had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're gonna do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live game, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez on Su Vida.
Well, the holidays are well behind us.
And unfortunately, I'm still carrying those Christmas cookies, Vanessa.
That means it's time for this team to get in shape on the next Su Vida.
Yeah, you should have made me those tamales.
Watch Su Vida, Sunday night at 7 on YourView and YourView.com.
Hollander Dental is unique because we have been serving the Carlsbad community for over 25 years. We have a very spacious office with ample parking and state-of-the-art technology. The office has been newly renovated, so all the equipment and facility is brand new. Any patient visiting Hollander Dental can expect to be taken care of at every step of their visit.
With care and love and support, so when we're going through tough times, as dental work is and can be, they make it easy for us as patients.
Investing in your smile and your overall dental health in the long run will help you save money by preventing other medical conditions.
I would absolutely recommend Hollander Dental.
I do recommend Hollander Dental to anyone I know who needs something done.
Kaplan and Crew tonight presents Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, this is Pete Gray with this week's Fish Report. And actually, even though we had some cool weather, some bright spots are starting to come up here for the early springtime. And Catalina Island especially, kelp is coming back, and that means classic white sea bass fishing at Catalina could happen again. There's already been a few spots of good white sea bass fishing over there. So those classic kelp-lined fish, bring over some live squid, maybe some yellowtail to go along with the sea bass. Should be a fun springtime season at Catalina. And of course, this Tuesday, rockfish season opens back up in California waters. So you want to go out and taste those tasty critters. And that's going to be a fun time getting back in California waters, catching some rock cod. So be sure to tune in to Let's Talk Hookup this weekend. We have a couple of great shows for you. And Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 9 a.m. So tune in on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Let's Talk Hookup airs on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Vondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
My intention is to box to win a clean fight.
Convicted for draft evasion, threatened with imprisonment, Muhammad Ali is banned from fighting in all 50 states. But in Atlanta, Georgia, in October of 1970, that all changed. Matched against the top contender for the boxing crown, the greatest is back. Ali's comeback, proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Yo, what's going on? It's Friday afternoon. This is Kaplan and crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, along with Grande and the Brown Man, broadcasting on the airwaves of ESPN 1090. By the way, shout out to Bill Hagan, the owner of 1090. Guys, last night, Rachel and I drove up to Carlsbad and we went to a Sinopolis movie theater. Aren't you guys impressed? I've seen 2 movies in a movie theater in the last like 3 months. I saw Spider-Man.
Let's get the rundown.
Okay. The rundown as in which movies I've seen?
Which movies you've seen, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna get to the important stuff.
I got to see Spider-Man in a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
And
the
last
latest one?
night- Yeah, the
No-
most recent.
No Way Home.
Yep. And the movie I saw last night was the Foo Fighters new movie. And I wish I knew the name of it. I just know it as the Foo Fighters movie. Is there a name for the movie? I'm not even sure. Let me tell you something really quickly.
Foo Fighters movie.
Is that what it's called? Or is that what you're Googling?
Studio 666.
Yeah, is that what the name? Oh, is that the name of the movie? Studio 666?
Yes.
Let me tell you guys something.
Uh-uh.
Dave Grohl, who, we were talking about Bad Bunny before, we were talking about Justin Bieber. You don't have to be a Foo Fighters fan to love this movie. If you like horror movies and you like comedies, this is like one of the funniest horror movies I've ever seen. And I guess maybe it's probably because I'm a big Foo Fighters fan and I'm a Dave Grohl fan in particular. But to think that through COVID, when the band was sort of down and not playing, and I say down, I mean like they're not playing. I don't mean like they're depressed. But when they're not playing because there wasn't as much, live music, they decide to go out and produce their own horror comedy film.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was so funny. And I would love to tell you guys about some of the funniest scenes, but I don't want to spoil it. But I don't think either of you two guys are going to see it. But I think a lot of guys in our audience will, because last night when I sent out a tweet telling Dave Grohl how freaking hilarious this movie was, people were hitting me up like, wait, I thought it premieres today, meaning Friday.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I don't know. I saw it last
Well,
night.
I'm cool.
Yeah. Well, Bill Hagan put together this like private showing at Sinopolis in Carlsbad. There were probably about 40 people there. I know we hung out with Jason.
I've never
Long,
had an experience at Sinopolis before.
It was good. I'll tell you this. I went there. I hadn't eaten dinner. I didn't get there till about 7:25, and the movie was supposed to start at 7:30. It probably started about 7:45. Sinopolis, again, I don't go to movie theaters that often, but they bring drinks, with really good cocktails. And the food was surprisingly really, really good. And it's probably only the second or third time I've ever been to a Sinopolis. And most times when I go, I'm too cheap to buy the food there. But this was all catered and taken care of. So I ordered like a mofo.
Mm-hmm.
Had a ton of popcorn last night too.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
How does
Here we go.
Sinopolis serve popcorn? So for those that don't know, we should explain.
Mm-hmm.
Scott went to watch Spider-Man.
Yep.
At an AMC?
I think so.
Or
It
Regal?
was
Or something
yeah,
like that?
Regal. It's the movie theater on Mira Mesa Boulevard and the 15. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's that monster movie theater out there.
Scott got popcorn and 2 sodas or popcorn and a soda and said, and I think I quote, "This is too much."
Well, because I ordered a small soda, okay, because I wanted the caffeine and the sugar, and I thought, okay, I'm at a movie theater, I want to have a soda, so I ordered a small Coke, right? The small Coke was like 64 ounces,
Right. Because
you
you're
know,
at a
and-
movie.
right? And I'm like, I said to the person, I said, do you have anything smaller?
And she
And-
looked at you like, "Are you an idiot?"
Right. I was like, listen, I would like something smaller and probably something that costs less. I don't need 64 ounces of soda. I'm going to watch this movie. I'm going to have to get up and pee 4 times. You
Right.
know?
And the popcorn was too big.
Well, then what happened is I'm holding this massive tub of popcorn, plus I'm holding this soda.
And now
they're
you got to
both-
scan your ticket.
And then I'm walking towards the theater, and then the guy's like, "Let me see your ticket." I'm like, where do I put this freaking giant tub of popcorn and this massive thing of soda to get my phone to get my ticket to show? I mean, dude, it was just a disaster.
It's a disaster. So yesterday at Sinopolis,
Yeah.
more to your liking?
Oh, dude, Sinopolis was great. First of all, I ordered a vodka soda, which was good.
Delight.
It was okay. I mean,
Okay.
it was not a stiff drink. I
More
mean, it was
soda than vodka.
Yeah, I didn't even taste any of the vodka.
Yeah.
which is why I had 3 of them and didn't think twice about
Okay.
it because I was like, three drinks when I can't even taste the vodka. There can't even be vodka in here. But the food, I ordered this like
So
it's
it
like
was like you said, it was all like comped or all kind of
yeah,
catered,
yeah,
and we know how that goes with you.
yeah.
Oh
I'll
We
get
boy.
one
saw
of
it
everything.
firsthand at Sammy's when you ordered 2
Right.
of everything.
Right.
Look out.
Well, in this case, all I ordered was they had a thing on the menu called a Greek bowl, which was like salad. And by the way, if you want to eat healthy, I ordered the cauliflower rice rather than regular rice. So I had cauliflower rice with this beautiful salad, which had tomatoes and olives and feta cheese and gyro meat. I mean, it was delicious.
It sounds
And so
like
I
4
sat there.
different things that you put in a bowl.
Well, I mean, those are ingredients in something that would be called a Greek bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sat there and I ate this. It was delicious, man. And then when we got done, and Rachel got these like chimichanga thingies, which I was trying to avoid because they were, fried and everything. I gotta lose like 15 pounds,
Again?
No, well, unfortunately,
He's
yes.
running a
Again.
half marathon.
Well, I'm planning on running a half marathon, but I also need to be able to take my shirt off in public by June.
Where are you
Why?
going in June?
Well, because it's going
Loretto?
to be. I don't know if we're going to go to Loretto, but it'll be summertime, and I maybe go down to Florida, visit my parents, whatever. I want to be able to walk around in public without feeling like super, super flabby, And the thing is when I gain weight, it all goes right here to my belly. All of it is right here. So anyway, so I didn't want to eat these fried chimichanga thingies last night.
Uh-huh.
But then I ordered popcorn. Now you ask how popcorn comes at Sinopolis. Not in a big giant bucket. They actually bring it in like a silver bowl. So it's the kind of thing where they scoop up a giant thing of popcorn, bring it to you, you eat it, they probably take it and they wash it like any other kind of restaurant would,
Right.
I'm just going to say this. The drinks could be a little stiffer. The food, outstanding, especially for a movie theater, outstanding. And then the company was great too, because you had Bill Hagen and we had Jason Lawhead, and Hagen's got all of his guys, all of his buddies who play in his band up at the Moose Lodge in Oceanside, and all of his guys from all the different car dealerships around town. And so it was a fun time. But most importantly, if you're thinking about a movie this weekend, if you're a Foo Fighters fan, you will love this movie. And the gory parts of the movie, like the horror parts of the movie, I'm hysterical laughing. Like absolutely hysterical laughing. Rachel's like covering her eyes. She doesn't want to see the blood and the gore. I'm hysterical laughing. Dave Grohl, tell you what, man, you talk about an all-time great rock star and a guy who puts on a terrific show and, seems like a funny, cool guy when he's talking to the crowd. You got to see this movie. He is, I mean, if you could put together a movie during COVID, a horror movie about your band, I thought it was great. I had a really great time. Browner, you were missed last night, dog. How come you didn't come up? Usually when there's free food and drinks, you're there too, dog.
But then I would have had to intake that movie, and I had no idea what I like the Foo Fighters music to a certain extent, but that's a lot to ask. Because it's a captive situation. I can't mingle when the movie's on.
Yeah, there were a bunch of comedians in the movie, like Jeff Garland, who was
I like Jeff Garland.
I do too, from Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Mm-hmm.
and I
He's in
let's
the
see, who else was in
Goldbergs
the
too,
movie?
I think.
Yeah, the
Not
Goldberg.
anymore.
Yeah, what happened? Did he get in
that's
trouble?
right.
He got kicked out for
He was
being a
jerk.
dick.
Yeah, for what? What
right.
happened?
He's just a jerk to work with, I guess.
Oh,
Not
is
nice
that the
to people.
case?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know if he said something or if he got canceled or
No.
what his problem was.
He
Okay.
got canceled for being a jerk.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
So Jeff Garland was in the movie. Whitney Cummings, you guys know who she is, the comedian?
I like Whitney Cummings, but yeah.
I saw Whitney
What
Cummings.
did she
down
do
at
in
the
that movie?
She
Acts.
first of all, I thought she was. I didn't realize it was Whitney Cummings. I actually thought the actress was the girl who plays Flo in the Progressive commercials.
Ouch.
Yeah, like I thought that was, and then I didn't realize it was Whitney Cummings. She's pretty funny in the movie. I will say that. I've seen her downtown San Diego at the American Comedy Company a couple times. She's good. I like her.
She's paid, dog. She produced Two Broke Girls, and she produced another show on CBS. She has syndication money, and she's never been on screen for either of those shows.
Yeah, she was really good in this movie. She was funny, And then I think another guy who used to be on SNL. I think his name is William Forte.
Forte.
Yeah.
MacGruber.
Oh, right, MacGruber. Right.
MacGruber!
Yeah. So these comedians were in the movie, which, I'm telling you, it's a horror comedy rock and roll movie, and it was really, really funny. I loved it, man. It was great. So shout out to Bill Hagan and shout out to the Sinopolis up in Carlsbad. Apparently, there's two Sinopolises in Carlsbad. This is the one in the La Costa shopping center. I don't know what it's called, but La Costa something or other. Big-ass
Bottomless
shopping
popcorn,
center.
$10. That's a steal.
Oh, dude, Lawhead got a popcorn, and he had been talking about popcorn on the show yesterday. And I was like, "Yo, Lawhead, pour some of that popcorn in here." So he poured some in his bowl, in my bowl, and then after I was done eating all that, I was like, "Yo, bring some more if you don't mind."
Yeah.
It was salty and buttery. It was freaking great.
And they make it in coconut oil, according to their
Oh, really?
menu. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, the place, the food there is really good. It's so good that I would actually go back to a movie.
The lot food's terrible.
I need to
like
go.
the lot.
I need to go watch Jackass Forever before it gets taken out of theaters.
I'm waiting for the Batman. I got to go see Uncharted and the Batman before next Friday.
When's Batman come out?
Next Friday, the 4th.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing Batman?
You won't ever believe it, dude.
Who that?
You won't
Michael
ever
Keaton?
believe who's playing Batman.
Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer.
What's his name?
Are you familiar with the movie
Twilight?
Twilight?
Not really,
Robert
no.
Pattinson.
Almost. Robert
Ooh.
Pattinson.
Yeah, there we go.
Close. Not too bad.
Very close,
There we
Brian.
go.
Not
Very
too
good.
bad. Not too
And
bad.
Zoe
Do you know what we're
Kravitz
talking
is in
about?
it too.
Scott.
Who's in it?
Zoe Kravitz,
I don't know who that is either. No.
daughter of Lenny Kravitz.
Well, yeah.
And
Okay.
Lisa Bonet.
Mm-hmm.
Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet have a child together?
Yeah, she's a great actress.
Isn't Lenny Kravitz's mom the woman who played Helen Willis on The Jeffersons?
You know, she might be.
This is Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson.
Those two?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Catwoman and Batman.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, there you go. All right. Listen, we are in the 7 Mile Casino Studios along with Grande and the Brown Man. Let me shout out my man, Brian Bushfield from West Coast BBQ, westcoastbbqshop.com. Today is a Friday. If you're thinking about getting on the grill this weekend, that's one of the funny parts of this movie, this Studio 666 with the Foo Fighters, is there's a lot of grilling going on. They could have really used Brian.
Dave Grohl's a big time meat guy, smoker.
Is that right?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. So then I'll just say this to Dave Grohl. Dave, you're driving around LA. You're tuning in to 1090 this afternoon. And West Coast BBQ Shop is the place for you. westcoastbbqshop.com, 2330 Proctor Valley Road. Dave, I don't expect you to come driving down from LA to go all the way to Chula Vista to 2330 Proctor Valley Road, but you can go to westcoastbbqshop.com, whether you're looking for a big green egg and hardware like that, or you're thinking about accessories that go along with, or maybe you're thinking about sauces or spices or rubs or really high-end exotic meats. Come on down and see Brian and his family. West Coast BBQ Shop, westcoastbbqshop.com. Okay, let me follow up on a story here, fellas, that we were talking about earlier in the week. So you've seen the story now of Troy Aikman leaving Fox to go to ESPN to call Monday Night Football games. And a 5-year, $90 million contract. If you were an NFL quarterback and you got a 5-year, $90 million contract back when Troy Aikman was playing, dude, you were getting paid like a mofo. But in today's day and age, Troy Aikman just elevated to the highest paid sports broadcasting analyst in the industry.
Oh, yeah.
Now, interestingly enough, the story goes that Fox, who's now trying to figure out, well, what do we do now that Aikman has left? They went to John Lynch, San Diego's own, Torrey Pines High's own, now general manager of the San Francisco 49ers, was in the NFC Championship game. They went to John Lynch and said, look, we'll triple your salary. He's making $5 million a year as the general manager of the Niners. This is according to the reports. We'll triple your salary, $15 million a year. John Lynch, Browner, you talked about this yesterday. John Lynch said, I'm a football executive now. I was a TV broadcaster after my playing days, but now I'm on the inside. And even though $5 million is here working every day trying to build a champion, and $15 million is over there with a whole nice offseason and about 18 weeks worth of work, and those 18 weeks are probably about 3 days a week, John Lynch Jr. wanted to stay as general manager of the Niners rather than take the big money and rejoin Fox. So, Browner, you said this yesterday that some of these guys cannot be motivated by money.
Some of these guys are actual football guys. And this is the thing that I keep saying about Sean McVay. I think Sean McVay's wired the same way. He's a football guy. The idea of going into the booth because of the money, like, yeah, that's great. But he's in his 30s. He can do that when he's 55. Like, what John Lynch is doing, he's on a path to creating a greater name for himself in the business. So in 5 years, 7 years, when he wants to do something else, he can look at them then and go, hey, I got 3 Super Bowls, been to 5 Super Bowls. Give
Well,
me
I would push back
17 million.
Push back a tiny bit on that, because unless ESPN's Monday Night Football, they're excluded. These jobs don't come around often. We're talking about not just a broadcasting job. We're
It
talking
depends
about
on
the
who's
number.
available.
We're talking about the number one job. You know what I mean? Like Collinsworth and Michael's been doing it for a long time. Buck and Aikman been doing it for a long time. For
But
a
you gotta
while,
look
it
at it
was
this way.
Nance and Phil Simms. Like these jobs, these number one jobs for prime time, don't come around very often.
If Tom Brady said tomorrow, I want to call games on Monday Night Football, whoever the guy in is that seat, bro, you got to get up.
Well, not Aikman
Not Troy
now.
Aikman. Not Troy Aikman,
Aikman.
because he's already signed,
He
sealed, and
signed that
delivered.
deal.
Right. Now, you might be right, but here's the thing. Tom Brady, there's rumors now that Brady, who, by the way, we were talking about movies earlier,
He's
Brady
doing his own
apparently
movie.
he's producing his own movie about
Yeah.
about himself being chased essentially by 4 older women.
Yep.
You know, and so the
That's just real
actresses,
life.
It's called
yeah,
80 for Brady.
yeah, and the actresses are all like very reputable name brand older lady actresses, like Lily Tomlin, I want to say.
Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field.
Yeah, and Lily Tomlin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
So
these like
these
all women he
4
liked when he was growing up?
I don't know.
So now he's making a movie with him?
Yeah.
You want to hear the plot?
Yeah, go ahead.
Inspired by a true story, Brady tells of 4 best friends and New England Patriot fans who take a life-changing trip to the 2017 Super Bowl to see their quarterback hero Tom Brady play, and the chaos that ensues as they navigate the wilds of the biggest sporting event in the country.
Mhm.
Tomlin, Fonda, Moreno, and Field will play that quartet.
Yeah. So Tom Brady's producing his own movie, which now tells me, Tom Brady is probably going to really stay retired. But as Troy Aikman goes to ESPN 5 years, $90 million, and as ESPN continues to be in business with Peyton and Eli Manning, and Fox is going to probably, they're talking about Greg Olson. I don't think Greg Olson has the star power. They're talking about Michael Strahan filling the role of Troy Aikman. Now, I think that's a great idea because you talk about a lack of black head coaches in the NFL or black general managers. How about number one analysts as African American gentlemen? Michael Strahan in NFL lore is a much bigger star than Greg Olson ever was. Greg Olson may be a good TV man. He might be. I know a lot of people really like him. But Michael Strahan, between Good Morning America, prior to that, like Kelly and Michael, the NFL on Fox, the pregame show and the studio show, Michael Strahan to me with Joe Buck, that's a home run.
You know, we're also there. It's not just Fox, it's Amazon that they don't have anybody yet. And we're talking about head coaches picking the right job over any job. Al Michaels is waiting for the right job. And now he is not going
He
to work
earned
with
it.
anybody. He's not going to work with anybody. He would be down to work with Aikman, I've read. And he's down to do Thursday Night Football if they get the right analyst. Now, there's talking about Sean Payton there. To me, that does nothing for me. Zero. Absolutely nada. We're talking about watching something to see what it sounds like, to see who hooks you in. There's 2 names. Brady's already been mentioned. I'd watch that. And Sean McVay's number 2.
Okay, so think about this. Al Michaels still kind of waiting. Like we've heard of the Aikman story, 5 years, $90 million. Al Michaels and Tom Brady calling games on Amazon.
I mean,
Now-
I'm watching anyways.
Right,
But
me
I'm
too.
loving what I'm watching probably now.
Right, me too. I mean, if Al Michaels introduces Tom Brady into the world of broadcasting,
What about that slide in? Whoop,
I mean,
Brady.
dude. Oh, dude.
Whoop, Brady.
That would be truly incredible if Al Michaels held Tom Brady's hand the way Jim Nance held the hand of Tony Romo. listen, Tony Romo was a good NFL quarterback, but he was not a superstar. He doesn't have any Super Bowl championships. He barely had any playoff appearances.
Wins.
More playoff flubs than wins.
Can you imagine Al Michaels, the voice of sports in this country?
Because Brady could still produce movies. He could still do all the Kobe stuff. You know, if he wanted to do all that stuff, you're not asking you to work 52 weeks out of the year.
Yeah.
Here's $25 million. Come on over.
Oh, well, that's just it.
Basil's got that money.
Listen, if you're Brady,
no, he's going to mess the game up.
Dude, Troy Aikman gets $18 million a year. Tom Brady gets $25 million a year.
Bezos can pay it.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing to him.
I know. I love that this week, this storyline has happened, and we've had a lot of conversation and opinion about it. It's a pretty interesting story all week long. All right, listen, we got more we want to get to, including a Friday highlight of the day. It is coming up right around the corner. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on Your View, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
We were the first. We carry the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Bondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
Kaplan and Crew tonight presents Let's Talk Hookup.
Hi, this is Pete Gray with this week's Fish Report. And actually, even though we had some cool weather, some bright spots are starting to come up here for the early springtime. And Catalina Island especially, kelp is coming back, and that means classic white sea bass fishing at Catalina could happen again. There's already been a few spots of good white sea bass fishing over there. So those classic kelp-lined fish, bring over some live squid, maybe some yellowtail to go along with the sea bass. Should be a fun springtime season at Catalina. And of course, this Tuesday, rockfish season opens back up in California waters. So you want to go out and taste those tasty critters. And that's going to be a fun time getting back in California waters, catching some rock cod. So be sure to tune in to Let's Talk Hookup this weekend. We have a couple of great shows for you. And Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 9 a.m. So tune in on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Let's Talk Hookup airs on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
Today, we proudly held the ribbon cutting ceremony for our new office in La Jolla, California. Here we are in the Merrill Lynch building, right in the middle of the village, and really, really happy to be part of this neighborhood. This is really special to Prospect in that it almost signifies the fact that we've grown up officially. We have survived the past 15 years by being very agile. We come to this one amazing location from 3 separate offices. So it's fantastic having everyone under one roof. This is going to do wonders in terms of streamlining our operations, being able to communicate with someone down the hall as opposed to someone who's several blocks away is going to be terrific. Our CEO, Jason Vondrack, he's a very humble person, but I know this day really, really means a lot to him in that he has led this company for 15 years. And he started this business out of a studio apartment. And look where we are now. That's huge. I think this new space signifies just endless possibilities for prospects. I mean, we're headquartered in La Jolla, but we do business all around the country. So our goal is to be licensed to offer home financing in all 50 states, and we're well on our way.
Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
I'm Lex Gillette, 5-time Paralympic medalist, 4-time world champion, and world record holder in the long jump for totally blind athletes. Running and jumping without your eyesight is one of the most incredible feelings out there. When I leave the ground though, to jump and soar through the air and eventually land in the sand, that is my way of defying gravity.
Big breath, get tight.
Celebrating Black history is very important, but I think that it certainly extends beyond just these 28 days. We need to get to a space where we are making this country a better space to live in. At the end of the day, it's not our eyes that ultimately determine success. It's our ability to see that vision, to develop that plan, connect with the right people, and do everything in your power to bring that vision into fruition.
So I became a dentist because I just love science and I love art. I have a music background, so I wanted to do something that I can use the hand dexterity that I've developed, through my musical training. We've had a practice in San Diego for 25 years. It's called the Super Dentist. For over 2 decades, I've had parents ask me the same questions on a daily basis. And so I decided to put all of this information in one place. I wrote a book. Title of it is If Your Mouth Could Talk. Because if your mouth could talk, it would tell you about the condition of your entire life. Right now, the oral care marketplace is a mess. And so we decided to launch a new company called Supermouth, which is a subscription model of oral care. And so we want to be proactively educating parents, providing the tools and the oral care products to make sure they can raise healthier, happier, more successful kids. The education piece is a key piece in our company, because if you're educated as a parent, you're going to do the right things. People can find my book, If Your Mouth Could Talk, themouthbook.com, and purchase the book there, and also get some special gifts to go along with the book.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Hi, my name is Giovanni, and this is my mural. What intrigued me most about this project is that I realized there was not a lot of Black street artists, and then there was not a lot of Black art on walls. So that's what intrigues me the most, is that this is a project that's putting up multiple and plentiful of walls of Black people on walls.
I'm Deborah, and this is my mural. When I was approached about this project as a portrait painter, I kind of like the idea of a challenge. I've done large-scale pieces that were called murals, but I had never done an outdoor mural, and I really love the subject matter. They didn't assign the subjects right off the bat. We had to kind of hear what they were going to do, and I was thrilled. I got to pick it, and this is the one that I was most happy with.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on Your View, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. and visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Vegas. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.